everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing the ultimate fall makeup. This is a collab with Steffany Fuchs. I will leave her channel down below, so go check her out because she's amazing and I love her. Don't mind my hair, I'm letting it air dry. So let's just get started with the tutorial. So first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to be priming my face with Benefit Professional. I got the mini size because I wanted to try it out, and I need to go and purchase the full size because I am in love with it. Don't mind Wally over here. He's just chilling on the face. So Steffany is going to be doing a hair tutorial to go with this makeup look. For foundation, I'm going to be mixing two, and I'm going to be mixing the Josie Maran Vibrancy foundation. I am in the shade RG30, but I bought this when I was a little tanner, so I want to lighten it up, and I'm going to lighten it up using L'Oreal's True Match. So I'm just going to pump it on my finger and then just dot it on my face. And taking the same thing with the L'Oreal. And the L'Oreal is in N2, if you're wondering. The one thing I don't like about the L'Oreal foundation is the fact that it's so messy. Like, it doesn't have a pump, you just have to kind of like pour it out, which I'm not a huge fan of, but guess we'll make it work. We're going to be taking our Bootsy Blender and just bouncing it on the skin. Recently, I've been loving the L'Oreal True Match, though. And I kind of usually just mix it in with like all my foundations. Sometimes what I like to do is I like to take my Morphe M439 and just buff around the neck and into the hairline, because sometimes I feel like the Beauty Blender does not do a good job of that. So I zoomed you in for the eyes, and I'm going to be starting with my MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. I'm just dipping my finger in. Now, if you have this product, you want to replace it every so often because it does dry out. So that's just a little tip. So, I got this little palette from Morphe, and it's in collab with Elena Gant. Now, I am loving this palette. So, the first shade that we're going to take is this nice warm toned brown. And we're just going to pop that in the crease, and I'm using a Morphe R37 brush for that. And I like to keep going back into that brown shade just to get the intensity that I want. Just bringing it down and like making it like a rounded eye effect. So when you get the intensity that you want, be taking this gorgeous reddish coppery shade with my MAC 224 brush. And then I'm going to put this all over the lid. Look how pretty that shade is. And you don't want to go past where you put the brown shade. So I'm stopping as soon as I hit the crease. Then going back in with your blending brush with no additional product, you just want to blend those two shades together. Now with my Sigma E25, I'm going to be taking this matte purpley shade. It reminds me of MAC Sketch. And I'm just going to be putting that on the outer corner and blending it in lower than that transition shade that we put down. And just stamping it, because sweeping is not going to do any good. So you just want to stamp and then blend it up right under where we put the crease shade. Don't worry about meshing the copper and the purple shade, because we're going to put a shade in the middle. To give it that gradient effect. I like to do a little first and then pack it on as I go, because it's easier to put shadow on than take it away. Now we're going to go back in with our MAC 242 brush, and we're going to be taking this gorgeous purple shade. This is a shimmer shade. Now, you see how we put this shade on the outer corners? Now we're going to be taking this shade, which is so much darker than the outer shade that we put on, but I'm going to show you a little trick to make it so it looks all blended and it goes seamless together. So, taking that shade, we're going to pop that in the middle. And blending it in with the outer V shade, that darker purple. And we're going to do the same thing with the other eye. And I'm just using opposite sides of the brush. So I use the coppery shade for one side and then the purple shade for the other side. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, see how it's like so much darker? I'm going to go back in with the first copper shade and kind of slightly go over it. So we still have the darker purple peeping through, but you kind of see the difference with this eye and this eye. The copper shade just washes over it, so you still see the darkness coming through, but it doesn't look like it doesn't flow. Now going back in, I'm going to dip into that brown shade and just blend everything out so we have no harsh lines whatsoever. Now it just looks like a full gradient effect, which I love. I really recommend these palettes. Now I'm going to go in with concealer. I'm going to take the Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer. Ew. And if you want with your concealer, you can clean up your eye if you wanted it to be more of a cat eye instead of like a round eye effect. And I'm going to go in and bake my under eye with Laura Mercier's translucent powder. Love this. And around my nose. We're going to quickly move through our brows. I'm going to do some liners, mascara, and lashes, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now I have my liner, my lashes, and and mascara on. I brushed away all the baking that we did. Now we're going to finish off the eyes. Go back into the Morphe palette and just taking that brown that we put in the crease, I'm just going to drag that underneath the lash line. Make sure you tap off the excess on your brush, because sometimes when you're like blending it out, the excess can like get in your eye and it hurts so bad. Then I'm going to take some of that purple. It's going to be lining. Putting mascara on all over her lashes. Now we're going to finish off the face. So I'm going to be using my favorite contour kit at the moment, and this is the Tarteist contour palette. I'll be taking shades 3 and 4 and just mixing them together with this amazing Japanese brush, and we're just going to start bronzing / contouring the face. See what a difference that made already? I'm gonna jawline a little bit on the sides of the nose. Blush, I'm going to be using the blush that's in the palette. I'm going to highlight the inner corners of my eyes with this pretty golden shade. For highlight, I'm going to be taking my Dior Nude Air Luminizer in the shade 001. I have not put this down. I'm obsessed with this highlight. And I'm just going to pack the highlight on until I get the intensity that I want. I love them highlight. For lips, I'm going to be taking ColourPop Trap. I think ColourPop is one of my favorite liquid lip formulas. Don't worry if you mess up your lipstick a little bit, because you can always go back in with concealer and clean it up. It's the beauty of makeup. Everything comes off. Okay, you guys, that is my completed look. So also, don't forget to go check out Steffanys Channel. Again, I'll leave it down below for you guys. Her Instagram. Let me get her Instagram name. Her Instagram name is Steffany F with 3 Y's. So go follow her. Check her out. I love her. Have a good day, guys.